Welcome to this lesson on the intro of Sweet Child of Mine, an absolute classic that everybody should learn. It's a brilliant picking workout, an excellent finger workout, and it's a classic, right? You have to know this song. Let's get straight into the lesson. I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. Everything we need is up around the 12th to 15th fret in this scale box shape here, which is our E natural minor scale shape if you know it, or obviously you can view it as a G major scale shape. Whatever you prefer, I don't mind. It's all the same to me. All right, if you don't know your scales, don't worry, you don't need to know them. We're going to start on the 12th fret with your first finger on the 4th string here. We'll then go into our 3rd finger, fret 15, 2nd string, middle finger, fret 14, 3rd string, and then 1st finger on fret 12, same string. So we've now got 12, 15, 14, 12, and our next 4 notes go to the high E string, the 1st string, fret 15, 3rd finger, fret 14 on our 3rd string, middle finger, 14 on the high E, and then back to 14 on that 3rd string, okay? So we have, okay? I'm using only the first 3 fingers there. I'm not using my pinky. Slash tends to not use his pinky much for anything at all, so that's why I'm sticking to this finger in here. If you want to use your pinky, feel free. You could be playing it like this, for example. Okay? Nice. Now, the next part of the pattern is actually almost exactly the same. In fact, the only thing that's changing as we're playing through this intro is the first finger position. Okay, so the first time we play through, we're using that 1st finger there on the 12th fret, and we repeat that, so we do that twice, okay? The next 2 times we play, we actually start on fret 14. The rest is exactly the same, so let's just go through that now, okay? So fret 14 on the 4th string, then we're going to go 15 on fret 15 on string 2, 14 on the 3rd string, 12 on the 3rd string. So we've got, and then the same ending 4 notes, fret 15, 14, 14, 14, okay? And again, we do that twice, so we have. All right, next little step in the pattern is again, just moving that 1st finger. So the 1st finger now is going to start on the 12th fret of the 3rd string, our G note here. So now we're going 12 on the 3rd string, and the rest is the same. So 12 on the 3rd string, 15 on the 2nd, 14 on the 3rd, 12 on the 3rd. So we've got this for the beginning. And then our last 4 notes are again the same. Fret 15 on the high E, 14 on the 3rd, 14 on the high E again, 14 on the 3rd. So we have. nearly there, because all we need to do now to finish off our kind of 8-bar pattern is go back to the first one and repeat that twice again. So if you remember where that was up on the 4th string on the 12th fret, okay? And once we've done that, we're back to the beginning. So we're going back to that 12th to start there, and we run through everything again, except when we get to the very end, there's this variation, okay? So when we have played this one, starting on the 3rd string on the 12th fret, the twice on the 2nd go through, we then have this variation. So we're going to the 12th fret on the high E string, back to that 14 there on the 3rd, the 15 on the 2nd string, back to the 14 on the 3rd. So you're going to notice we keep going back to that 14 on the 3rd string, right? So let's go back to the beginning of that. So 12 on the high E, 14 on the 3rd, 15 on the 2nd string, back to the 14, 12 again on the high E, back to the 14, 14 on the high E, 14 on the 3rd, 15 on the high E, 14 on the 3rd, back to the 14 on the high E, back again to the 14 on the 3rd, 12 on the high E, back to the 14 on the 3rd, and then you can hit the 15 on the 2nd string and that one together, okay, giving us our kind of D shape. So it's going to go. Okay, so in context, and there we go. So just a quick note on tuning. Throughout this video I am tuned to E standard. Slash does tune to E flat. So the reason I've kept it standard is because most people are probably tuning their guitars to standard tuning, right, when they're learning this kind of stuff. So, but if you want to play along with Slash or the original song, it is important that you detune to E flat. And that's it. Take care. I hope you had fun. If you want to learn other classic intros, catch some of the next videos coming up, because we're going to cover a load of absolutely classic intros that need to be learned. All right, take care.